Imagine you're an astronaut in 2030 and you're about to go on your biggest mission. You and your friends will be the first humans on Mars. You are nervous but also excited to see what you will find. 3, 2, 1. You are on your way to Mars. Hi, my name is Lila and today I'll be talking to you about Mars. My main inquiry question is, what does current research tell us about living on Mars and what are we doing to advance this idea? Today I'll be talking about how do Mars and Earth compare, possible life on Mars, living there, technology which is helping us, survival, and the weather. Firstly, Mars and Earth have lots of similarities and differences. A day on Mars is around 24 hours and 39 minutes, where on Earth is 23 hours and 56 minutes. In addition, the gravity on Mars is only 40% of Earth's. You all know that Earth has one moon, but did you know that Mars has two, Phobos and Diomedes, named after the sons of Ares, the Greek god of war? So you might be wondering if there's actually life on Mars. There's actually no proof that there is, but experts are trying to find out. Experts also say that there could be some water on Mars, or there was. This is good for humans to be able to survive on Mars. Some people also say that there could be some microbial organisms below the surface. In the 19th century, an astronaut called Percival Lowell was convinced that there was life on Mars, but not just that it had cities and an intense network of canals. All this shows how there could possibly be life on Mars. Raise your hand if you think we could go to Mars in the future and maybe possibly stay there for a while. If you raised your hand, you're technically correct. According to my uncle, Professor Borchin Inler, who I interviewed, who is a quantum physicist in science, we would have to live underground. This is because of radiation. Radiation is a source of energy which travels and it's very dangerous and can cause cancer to humans. Mars's atmosphere is good enough for humans, but because of radiation, it makes it one step harder. There are also lots of technologies helping us find out more about Mars. NASA makes rovers to take pictures of and find out more about Mars. If it wasn't for technology, we would know nothing about it. Some technologies which can help us live on Mars are advanced propulsion systems. This is to safely send astronauts to Mars and back. High-tech spacesuits. These are very adaptable and have enhanced mobility. We would also need a place to stay, a home, which has places to experiment and everything else we need. These were just some things, but of course there are much more. Spacecrafts we've sent to Mars also have very high-tech abilities. For example, they are adaptable for climate, wind, they have sensors and are able to hear sound. They are also able to collect data. So without technology, we wouldn't be able to go to Mars one day. But thanks to technology, humans can go to Mars. You might also be wondering, how would we actually survive? We would need a place to stay, we would need food and water. And of course, there are much more things. NASA is trying to make an excavator device called RASA, Regolith Advanced Surface Systems Operations Robot, which is designed to mine water, ice, and fuel from planetary soil. Plants can also be grown in space, but all require the management of gases, water, and a growing substrate. Mars's atmosphere is nearly all carbon dioxide, which is, according to Wikipedia, a chemical compound occurring as an acid colorless gas with a density about 53% of that dry air. Lastly, we would also need oxygen because it's quite low on Mars. Finally, let's discuss the factor of weather. The weather conditions on Mars are very cold. To be precise, it's around minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter, but in the summer it can get 68 to 86 degrees. There can also be lots of dust storms on Mars. They happen quite frequently and can sometimes even cover the whole planet. Mars is a very dry and cold place, so it never really rains there, which could impact us with growing crops and more. Mars's sky isn't like ours. It possibly looks like a forest fire. This is because the atmosphere is much thinner and because of molecules. Lastly, there could be some sort of snow on Mars. Snowflakes are usually composed of carbon dioxide than water. Overall, if we did live on Mars, we would have to live underground and solve some problems, like how would we eat and drink, and how would we actually be able to survive on Mars. So would you like to go to Mars in the future, or you just might?